All right, well, I just want to start out this video by saying I am not excited to make it, but I think it needs to be exposed and I think it needs to be talked about. I'm not really trying to control what you think, but at the end of the day, all of us has to ask one simple question. Why are these things in the game? Is this a joke? Are all these different types of things that I'm going to show you just some sort of group, playing a funny on us, the developers getting together and saying, hey, let's mess with them? Or is it actually something real? Is some sort of message trying to be communicated? But at the end of the day, it's why are these things in the game? If you look around Fortnite, you're going to find triangles quickly. Triangles with dots in the middle. Here you obviously have a building with cactuses all around it, and it's representing, obviously, the all-seeing eye. The eye is everywhere in Fortnite, and all sorts of different kind of symbolism too. I mean, an X and a 2 on this grave, all sorts of other things across the map. What does it mean and why is it here? It's just so strange. It started when I saw this rock. I saw a swirl with a dot in the middle, and I was like, that's so strange. But then I started to notice even more that the rock is in the shape of a triangle. It has 3 points, and it's obviously pointing to the same thing. But this isn't where it started. I mean, it started here with this t-shirt. That was a t-shirt from the original Fortnite testing, beta testing, taken from Reddit. And you'll also find it on this dollar, the same symbol. A triangle with the eye at the top or an eye in the middle, symbolizing power or something's watching you. It's always everywhere. And it just keeps popping up all over Fortnite. I said kep's weird, but we're just gonna use this anyway. It's even on the battle bus, hiding right in plain sight on the stop sign. I mean, I'm sure there's countless examples throughout all of Fortnite and many, many video games of the Illuminati or the developers putting these things in for some strange reason. And I'm not going to go deep into it or anything like that, but the last thing that I want to show you is the most disturbing, and it's the one that potentially also has the most meaning. In the basement of Salty Springs, you're going to find a painting behind a wall, and it's a window in the basement. So obviously they want you to see through this window and chop the wall. So I chopped the wall and I saw this painting behind it. There's actually also a second painting that I'll show you after this. But the reason I don't really like talking about this is because this is a painting depicting a story from the Bible. And if you turn it on its side here, you're going to see the earth. You're going to see a rising gold tower with fire on it. And you're going to see a moon and just depicting this rising tower from the earth. And the question is why is the Tower of Babel, which was a tower that was trying to rise high above the earth, an ancient building? It's obvious that you can see this is an ancient Mayan ziggurat or some sort of representation like that. But why is this picture in the basement of Fortnite? Why is it hiding behind a wall, and why do they seemingly want people to discover it? And if you look up this story, the story is about mankind overtaking God. It's about them trying to build a tower to heaven and to overthrow God, to take him over, to take him down, and to become like God themselves. And it's essentially a Satanistic story because the story is about the people being led by Satan, being led by evil to overthrow God. And what happens in the biblical story is that the people become so evil, so wicked in their minds that God says, I need to destroy them. I need to destroy the earth, and I need to start over. They're always murdering each other. They're always like having relations with little children and doing all sorts of terrible things. Very similar to Pizzagate and things like that, if you're familiar. So I don't want to get into it. Many of these things have been happening for thousands of years, but now let me bounce over and show you the second painting. This one is a little bit more difficult to understand or to see. It's in the same house in Salty Springs in the basement, but they hide the painting behind the wall. And I don't know if this is an error from Epic, some sort of coding error, but if you chop the wall, the painting will disappear. But you have to go up and look at it in replay mode and kind of jam your camera into the window so that you can see this painting. But again, it looks like another tower. You can see the green tower there, and it's pointing at another tower up in the left with some purple water or splashing water in the bottom, almost like there's a flood or something, but it's really not related to a flood. It's more like there's a cliff on the top left, a small tower on the right, and you can see there's kind of a hole in the wall there, like a castle hole in the wall, but I'm really not sure what this one is. I want to figure it out over time, so if there's anyone searching these types of things and has any idea what this painting is, it's a lot harder to tell. But at the end here, I zoom out so that you can see what it is. But right here, I'm obviously just trying to find out, you know, get the best angle and see what I can see. But overall, it's just very strange that all these things are in the game. And I personally don't find it strange. I understand it. I know what's going on, but I wanted to produce this video so that people could see it, so that you could see it, and so that you could decide what type of thing we're looking at. All in all, I'm ECLOVELY. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and a sub if you thought it was something that was worth your time. And you can always reach me in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.